every year with Sprint Sense. Call now.
Many of our neighbors know the story, how this man, Gus Weidman, 90 years ago, prepared a fruit and nut concoction he called Cookin' mit Frucht, later translated by this man, Tom McElwee, into the original deluxe fruitcake, baked to order for 2 generations right here at 6th and Main, its second home since 1896, and transported by our 2-horse, 5-mule power super fleet to Corsicana's railhead for Christmas trips throughout America. Today, your old hometown bakery occupies a city block, offers work to 500 Navarro County citizens at holiday time, who daily bake 80,000 pounds of deluxe fruitcakes for customers in 50 states and 194 foreign countries. Recipients of gold medals from Geneva, Vienna, and Paris, from the Gourmet Society of New York, the U.S. Department of Commerce, Presidential E-Award for Excellence in Exporting, and the Texas State Historical Commission. As the holidays draw near, we thank you for your friendship and support. See our products are the best we've offered.
The McKinney Lions have won the toss. They have elected to receive. They will be going from left to right as we start things here. The Corsicana Tigers are the home team tonight, so they're dressed in their home blue uniforms with the white numbers, the blue pants with the white stripes down the side, and of course they have their blue helmets with the yellow C on the side and the outline of the map of Texas on the inside of the C. The McKinney Lions on the other end are dressed in their road white uniforms, or white jerseys with blue numbers, yellow pants, much like the yellow pants that the Green Bay Packers wear. They have blue stripes down the side of those yellow pants with a yellow helmet and a blue lion on the side of their helmet. Since the Lions have won the toss and elected to receive, let's give you their starting offense. Their quarterback is number 11, Charlie Hona. They run out of the I formation. The fullback is number 33, Randy Simmons. The tailback, number 32, Matthew Allen. The wingback will be number 20, Wilfred Fryer. The split end, number 83, Mark Jackson. The tight end, number 88, Tommy Winburn. Boy, you can hear the fans in the background. They are up for this ball game.
What a crowd, too. Not a sellout, but it's a big crowd.
The center for the McKinney Lions is number 63, P.J. Rogers. He comes in at 220 pounds. The tackles are Scotty Scott and Lance Abbott. The tackles are Speed Ames, number 66, and number 77, Robbie Thompson. That's the full starting offense for the McKinney Lions. We'll set the Corsicana defense for you. But we're just about ready for action here at Texas Stadium. A Class 4A regional battle between the McKinney Lions and the Corsicana Tigers. A grudge match.
Oh, indeed it is. It certainly is. Tigers have won 3 of the 5 ball games that they've played. Here we go.
Mark Morris kicks it off. It's a high end-over-end kick. Comes out the 20-yard line and tackled immediately. After 20 is number 84, Jeff Brandy. Once again, being on AstroTurf, the Tigers trying that high end-over-end kick, hoping that maybe it will bounce on the AstroTurf and they'll get what amounts to an onside kick on the long kick. But the Lions do field the ball, and they'll set it up 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Of course, the kind of defense is a 5-2 defense. The nose guard is Eric Middleton. He's flanked on each side by Tim Reddick and Ike Hunter. The ends are Kenneth Henry and Daniel Morgan. Split backfield behind the quarterback, Hona. Hands off to his tailback. He gets maybe 3 yards up to the 25-yard line before the Corsicana Tigers get to him. And there to make the stop is number 34, Mike Johnson, who comes up from his linebacker spot. The other linebacker is Robert Owens. The cornerbacks are Ricky Lusk and Ricky Stewart. And the safeties are Mike Sims and Curtis McHenry. That's the way the Corsicana Tigers start defensively tonight. 2nd down and about 7 from just across the 25-yard line for the McKinney Lions. They beat the Tigers last year 9-7 on a last-minute field goal, and the Tigers would like to repay the damage here at Texas Stadium tonight. On to the quarterback, pitches back to the only setback behind him. He slides one tackle, gets up to the 30-yard line. There's a fumble on the play, and the Tigers have the football.
Coming up off the bottom of the pile, Daniel Morgan was there quickly. Also number 34, Mike Johnson. Mark, I'm not sure which one of those young men came up with the football, but the Tigers will take advantage of that, I'm sure.
First break of the ball game goes to the Corsicana Tigers as the tailback, Matthew Allen, fumbled the football, and it was recovered by Daniel Morgan at the 28-yard line in Lion territory. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Quarterback is Shannon Pascal. He'll have Robert Owens and Daniel Morgan in the high behind him. Send Craig Carroll and Ricky Stewart wide to the right of the formation. The tight end is Keith Moore. Pascal, the quarterback. Options. Pass is overthrown, incomplete. Intended for number 33, Mike Sims, who was in on the split-end position as this game started. The rest of that offense for the Corsicana Tigers includes center John Albritton. The guards are Jeff Chambers and Blake Meredith. And the tackles are Brad Powell and Sean Ritter.
Well, that was fumble number 26 that the Tigers have captured for the entire year. Daniel Morgan is picking up his 6th fumble as they break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 10 for the Tigers from the 28. Once again, backs in the eye behind Pascal with 2 men to the right of the formation. Option comes to the left, pitch back to Morgan. He's to the 30, the 27-yard line before he's ridden out of bounds by number 8, Luther Washington. That reminds me that we need to now set the McKinney defense for you. They set up with a 4-man front. Sometimes they'll give you a 5-man front. Sometimes they'll give you a 3-man front. But up front, they'll have nose guard Raul Bascaro. On each side of him is Mark McClure and James Shaw. The ends are Underwood and Higginbotham. The linebackers are number 42, Eddie Underwood and Tom Kemp. And we'll set the rest of them after this play. Third down, and still 10 needed for the Corsicana Tigers. Pascal back to pass, being chased, fumbles the football, recovered by the McKinney Lions.
Had a good solid hit made on Simon Pascal. Just dropped off the football, coming up with it. Number 71 making the hit on Pascal. That was
Mark McClure.
Mark McClure, yeah.
And it was number 51, Ray Trevino, who came up with the loose football. So, like last week against Sulphur Springs, the two teams trade fumbles from the early going. I mentioned to you last week when the Tigers played Sulphur Springs that the Tigers had played pretty much mistake-proof football up until that point. But now the Tigers are finding some pretty good defenses in the playoffs. And the Lions now have the ball first and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Homer back to pass, looks long, throws long. He has a man open, and it's incomplete. Intended at the 20-yard line for number 83, Mark Jackson. With him step for step, I believe, was Ricky Stewart.
Right. Stewart there with him, but it just couldn't come up, couldn't make the turn to get to that pass, throwing it long and incomplete.
Jackson somehow got a step on Stewart, but the pass was just a bit underthrown, or maybe Jackson just outran it.
That's it.
Second down and 10. Ball still marked at the 37-yard line, near hash mark. Hona hands off to his tailback. Into the secondary. Here's number 32, Matthew Allen. And Allen has enough for a first down up to the 50-yard line, but there is a flag back at the 32-yard line, which indicates a possible hold against the McKinney Lions.
Throwing in the middle of the line there, yeah. Holding is going to be the call against the McKinney Lions. Wipe out the nice run by Allen, who ran out of one of his shoes there as the Tigers come up to make the defensive play.
Had a pretty good hole along the right side of the offensive line, running behind Lance Abbott and Robbie Thompson. Abbott checks in at 185 pounds and Thompson 225 pounds. But the penalty will move the ball back to the 27-yard line, where it will be second down and 20 now, facing the McKinney Lions.
Checking in for the Lions, Charlie Honey comes back to the huddle with a play from Coach Ron Poe on the sideline. As the Lions break the huddle, they'll have it second down and 20 at their own 27-yard line with 10:31 still to play in the first quarter.
Tigers show a 3-man front with a couple of ends standing. Only a 3-man rush. Back to pass is Honey. Has a man open complete at the 42-yard line up to the 49-yard line. There's number 20, Wilfred Pryor. And it will be enough for the first down, about a 22-yard pickup on the play.
Honey to Wilfred Pryor for 22 yards out to the 49-yard line. Now the McKinney Lions, as they do, pick up the first down on the evening. And they now have the ball out near the midfield stripe with 10:16 still to play in this first quarter. Getting this ball game underway. Most teams had a bit of the jitters, but maybe they're settling down now. We'll see.
Wing back and split end both go to the left of the formation. Hona on the option, hands off to his fullback. Randy Simmons with the football gets into Corsicana territory to about the 48-yard line. Well, the McKinney Lions, when they did drop from the top of the Class 4A ratings, it was due to the fact that their quarterback, Charlie Hona, was injured and was unable to play in the game they lost.
Lost that one to Paris 30-19. Hona got his leg broken in that ball game. But he's back in there and looking healthy tonight as he brings him to the line of scrimmage once again.
Wide receivers to the right of the formation this time as the ball is marked in the center of the field at the 47-yard line. Hona on the quick square out is incomplete, overthrown his intended receiver, Mark Jackson. There to defend was Ricky Stewart.
We'll bring up 3rd and 6 with the ball at the Tiger 47-yard line now, as Stewart was over to defend, but as you said, the ball just thrown a bit too high out of reach and falling incomplete. 3rd down at the Corsicana Tiger 47 as we're just underway in this Region 2 Class 4A championship football game.
As you listen to this game, you will put into your mind that we're sitting on the same side as the cameras normally do when you see Cowboy games on the screen. Pass from Hona is overthrown at the 35-yard line. Once again intended for Jackson, I believe. No, it's number 81 it was intended for, Shane Matlock. It's too high, though, incomplete, and the Lions will be forced to punt.
Well, that big TNT defensive unit, Eric Middleton, Ike Hunter, Tim Reddick, all applying defensive pressure on as the quarterback, number 11, Charlie Hona, trying to get rid of that football. And McKinney will be forced to punt for the first time this evening as it's 4th down.
Standing back at the 10-yard line is Stewart and Sims for the Corsicana Tigers. Not much of a rush on. The punt is away. It's a high spiraling punt. Comes down to Sims at the 8-yard line. He'll try to run out of it. He's to the 15 and knocked out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Well, Sims was kind of a do or die there. If he catches it and Fair catches it, they're deep in their own territory. If he tries to run it, he's got a whole lot of people chasing after him. If he lets it go, possibility of it being downed inside the 5.
Well, about a 41-yard punt that time as the Tigers now find themselves out to around the 17-yard line, as this is their second opportunity. Of course, losing the football on a fumble and a great opportunity in McKinney's end of the field a while ago. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
They get it with 9 minutes and 8 seconds left at the first quarter from their 17. Pitch back goes to the tailback, Daniel Morgan. He fumbles the football. It's up to the 22, and it's recovered by the McKinney Lions.
Well, the Tigers still have the early going jitters, and a great break for the McKinney Lions as they'll have the ball at the 22 or 23-yard line in the Tigers' end of the field. And that's twice that the Tigers have fumbled, losing opportunities both times to do something with the football. And the McKinney Lions have a great field position and a great opportunity to put on the scoreboard first.
It was number 8, Luther Washington, on the football. 1st down 10 for the McKinney Lions at the 23 of the Corsicana Tigers. Men wide to each side of the formation. Handoff goes to the fullback Simmons. He's across the 20. He drops the football. Corsicana says they have it. Now let's see if that's what the officials say. Yes, it is. Yes. Corsicana football. I wasn't sure whether it was a fumble or whether the ground caused the fumble, but the officials say yes, indeed, it was a fumble. And it once again goes back to the Corsicana Tigers, and it was just trading fumbles so far, Roy.
Well, the turnover's even here, and in the early going, of course, a little bit of jitters. The Tigers will have the ball at their own 16. Lost a yard on that exchange, but they have the football. That's what's important for the Corsicana Tigers right now.
Send one man wide to the right, backs in the eye behind Pascal, the quarterback. Option to the right, keeps the ball himself, spins out of one tackle across the 25, up to the 30-yard line, goes Shannon Pascal. Good, tough running by the Corsicana quarterback.
Running behind the right side of that Corsicana offensive line. Up front, of course, the Tigers have a pretty good sized unit. The offensive line averages 222 pounds a man, as opposed to 206 pounds for the defensive line of the McKinney Lions. Pascal out to the 30-yard line. A 1st down for the Corsicana Tigers, picking up 14 on the play.
And I believe that is the first down of the game for the Corsicana Tigers.
Indeed it is. McKinney also has one.
Carroll and Portis are wide to the right of formation. Owens and Morgan behind the quarterback, Pascal. Pascal hands off to Robert Owens, his fullback, and Owens finds very little running room behind the right side of the line of scrimmage. Gets it from the 30 up to about the 33-yard line, so a tough 3 yards for Robert Owens on his first carry of the night.
Defensively, these two teams look very much alike. McKinney runs the 5-2 defense as well as do the